It's Tuesday, so that means another Tuesday talk video. Another Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday? Tuesday talk. Talk Tuesday. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. That means another Tuesday talk video, and today's video is going to be about staying in your own lane. And what I mean by that is focusing on you, focusing on what you love to do, and not being persuaded or distracted by other people's goals and letting them interfere with yours. A lot of times we see what other people are doing and what other people are doing to be successful, and we think that if we do exactly what they do, we'll be successful too, and that's not true. Everyone is completely different, and what works for one person is not necessarily going to work for you. Especially with social media now, we have access to thousands of people's lives at any time of the day with just a click of a button. And a lot of times we see the good parts only. We see this perfect person, this perfect body, this perfect life, say on Instagram, and we think, you know, if we buy this makeup they're using, we're gonna look like them. If we use this workout plan, we're gonna have their body. If we do this, we're gonna have their money. And that's not true. A lot of times we can let other people's dreams and visions blur ours and get in the way. You have to remember what's really important, and whatever that is in your life, just stay focused on what you want to do. I don't mean by like what you want to be necessarily by your career. I mean like who you want to be as a person, and what is really important to you, whether that's being a good daughter, a good friend, a good sister, a good student, whatever that is, to stay focused on that. And focus on what makes you happy. I think a lot of times we see other people's happiness and we think if we follow what they're doing, we're gonna have the same happiness, and that's not true. The reason they're happy is because they're doing what they love, and if you're doing what you love, you in return will be happy too. Okay, so I have this journal that I keep video ideas in. It's by Kate Spade, and I was trying to decide what Tuesday talk I wanted to do today, and I was going through this and I found this thing that I wrote like 3 months ago, and I meant to make a blog post out of it, and I found it, and it was called Staying in Your Own Lane. I was like, that's perfect for a Tuesday talk, so I'm going to just read it. And when I read it, it just really hit home with me, and it's funny, like something that I wrote can still resonate with me, myself, even though I wrote it a few months ago. So, okay, I'm just gonna read it. Now keep in mind, this was just written, there's no editing in this, so the grammar may not be that good, but I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. Social media and life in general is like a huge multi-lane highway where we get distracted by other cars driving around us instead of keeping our eyes on the road in front of us. All we have to do is stay in our own lane, but we start getting distracted and find ourselves swerving and ultimately crashing. We have to keep our own destination and goals in mind and not get caught up in other people's journey. Sometimes you'll feel lost, but that doesn't mean you just follow any random car on the highway, would you? No, of course not. You'd probably stop, think, and perhaps Google the directions. Okay, you can't Google yourself out of life, but you can pray and refocus on your own goals. Don't look to others' journey to compare or aspire to be them. Create your own journey. Others can inspire you. They should not become an idol. That's when you lose sight of you and you swerve out of your own lane. Ask God to point you in the right direction and trust that your own lane will get you to your destination safe and sound. Wow. I wrote that a few months ago, and I usually don't write things like that, but I wanted to do a blog post about staying in your own lane, but then I thought, you know, I want to make a video on it. So basically what I'm saying is life is way too short to get distracted by other people's goals and other people's journeys. You have to find what makes you happy, but then you also have to stay focused on achieving your ultimate goal, even though it may take a while and you may get lost along the way. Just like if you're driving to a new city, you may get lost, but you're going to Google directions and you're going to get there. You know, you're not going to just follow some random car. That would be scary and dangerous. And that's how you can see following someone else's path can be dangerous, because you lose sight of you. And ultimately, that's not going to make you happy. So you have to stay in your own lane and focus on you. Remember your greater goal and take a step back and think how you're going to get there to stay on track. So yeah, that is it for this Tuesday talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up and also leave your comments down below on what you think about staying in your own lane and what that means for you. And if you've ever swerved off your lane and crashed into another car, That sounded really cheesy. Leave any topic ideas for next week down below, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! For the first Tuesday Talk video, I wanted to talk about something that's very common today, and that is retouching. I wanted to just kind of share my thoughts on what I think about Photoshop, retouching in magazines, and then also on Instagram, like filtering and editing your own photos. So I'm just going to share my